Hi.
Hi.
Sarah, well, first, welcome back from maternity
Thanks.
and all that. Um, uh, whilst you've been away, Adam and Michael have been, Michael Hampshire have been looking after the Cranberry book. And now you're back. Lately, I've been hearing a lot about marketing order. What's all that about then? Why is this? What's it supposed to do, and why?
Okay, so the marketing order has been talked about because we've had some bumper crops, say 3 to 4 on the trot, and there's basically too much raw material in America and Canada. Now, the marketing order was brought up because they wanted to take some raw material out of the market, so it was pitched at 15%. This was talked about at the start of the season, so at the end of the 2013 harvest. So the growers would have either not worked all their land as well as they could to try and have a natural wastage of about 15%, or they may not have used fertiliser or whatever to create sort of 15% natural wastage, so that at the end of this crop they wouldn't have to just throw away 15% of their crop. Okay. It's an average over 4 years or something like that. So
Okay, so they take their running average for 4 years,
Yeah.
and they only sell 85% of it, and 15% of it, hopefully they don't grow, but maybe otherwise they have to destroy it or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
Okay.
And that was put in place basically to try and maintain decent market prices for the growers.
This was the proposal, it wasn't
That was
actually...
the proposal,
okay,
yes,
okay.
exactly.
So, what actually happened with
It trundled
proposal?
on and on and on, and it sounded very much like the processors certainly suggested that this was likely to go through. It was having to be signed off by the American government, and that never happened. They've just had the Cranberry
Was
market.
Ocean Spray in favour of it?
I think probably everybody was in favour of it.
Okay, alright. But it never got ratified
It
for any
didn't get
particular
ratified.
reason, or just...
I think the government probably
Procedure.
felt it wasn't necessary for them to intervene in this
Okay,
case.
alright, okay. So, that's not going to happen.
No.
And have prices fallen? And if they've fallen, how do you see, say, the next 6 months? We've got a new crop coming in September, I guess.
Yeah.
So tell us what you know about the size of that crop and where you think the price is going to go.
All indications suggest that the crop is going to come in at a good level. Unless there's something terrible that happens in the next month, the crop will be good.
Right.
I think pricing will stay level, if not fall. The processors are talking about how they are actually at full capacity in all their factories, and this seems to be the limiting factor in the market at present.
Okay.
But there's going to be a lot of resistance from buyers on the price, and I don't see pricing being able to be pushed up too high. I think it'll have to stay level. Whether we'll see a huge capitulation or not remains to be seen.
Okay. So it's going to stay around about the same level because basically anything less is a loss, and until we get into that position, they're all going to be bumping along the bottom.
I should think so. I mean, levels are at historic lows, and it's very difficult for growers to actually maintain their business at this level. So that is a potential problem for the future, but I would imagine this season we won't see that issue. If growers might decide to come out of the business entirely if they're making loss after loss after loss.
So the problem is that once you've made a cranberry bog, there's nothing else you can do with it.
Absolutely.
Right, okay, so just bumping along the bottom for the next... do you think people sell more cranberries when they're cheap?
Yeah.
Right.
I'm sure, well, people will put more stuff in their mixes or whatever.
Right.
It'll be a more attractive ingredient when it's cheaper, yes.
Okay, well, thanks very much.
No problems.
Thank you.